Hello and welcome to Intro to Magicite. I've talked about this a little bit in a few of my other videos, and it's a super neat game. I just want to point out that number one, it is like cool, and let's go ahead and look at this. A game by Sean Young. So Sean Young is super cool. Music by Wonderflux, also pretty rad, I gotta say. I can't seem to. Oh, there we go. Let's actually turn the audio on. I was like, everything's really quiet, and I don't know why, but there's no music on the intro screen that I know of. But yeah, let's go back. Oh, logbook. Just to show you, I haven't played this very much. I've consumed a lot of content on this game. I've watched a lot of videos. I looked at the wiki. I wanted to get like up to snuff on what was going on here. And yeah, there we go. That's what I've done so far. And so yeah, let me just jump into this and it'll be a lot easier to explain. So Leninian, randomly generated name. Oh, apparently we can actually name him. Let's go. There we go. Decoy. Awesome. Race. I only have 2 unlocked right now. We're gonna do peon for just, you know, basically showing off everything and kind of explaining everything. But I also have a noble, which they start with one of these, and that is a stone axe, which is a little bit better than the wood axe you start with. And I don't know. Oh, they have +1 magic as well, and +1 hit point. So that's kind of cool. At least we have kind of a magey character to do. And then there's all these other guys. They have different conditions for unlocking. So 20% unlock chance after chopping 50 trees in a single playthrough. That is interesting because you start with a peon regardless. So maybe there's another class that they're planning on doing for a default. So, but yeah, 20% chance after beating the game, 100% after beating the game in under an hour. So there's different conditions for things, but it's not guaranteed. And we'll get to that once we actually do a playthrough. There's variance, which means I could be a girl or a boy. And by girl, I mean have a ponytail, which I take offense to. Well, maybe that's not a girl. Maybe it's just a ponytail. I was going to say, I used to have long hair and a ponytail. Why has it got to be like that? But either way, maybe that's just me being super judgmental. And then you can also get hats, which modify different stats. So, yeah, 20% unlock chance after visiting the dungeon biome in a single playthrough. So, but right now, all I have is this. So, 100% unlock chance after defeating 10 monsters in a single biome. The scarf was worn by legendary warriors who died fighting the Scourge in the early days of Deephaven. 33% chance on level up to gain an additional attack stat. So that's pretty handy. I'm going to go ahead and use that, even though I would like to try to just start vanilla. But, you know, no companions. Companions require that you beat the game and or do something else ridiculous. And then we have traits over here. Well, here's our stats. So we have hit points, attack, dexterity, magic. And then traits, which do kind of special abilities. So +10 luck when crafting weapon or gear. +2 attack, -1 defense. So we can swap this out and we get slightly more random stats. We can't really allocate them, but gatherer, collect twice as many ingredients when gathering. And artisan, +10 luck when crafting weapons or gear. It's all right. Potion brewer is real good. Defensive, defense, hit points, and attack. We'll keep this. So yeah, we have hit points and dexterity are really good. And then yeah, I'll show you the crafting here in a little bit. And then defensive, obviously, if you are familiar with RPG stats at all, that's a pretty good way to start things. So let's go ahead and do create. Okay, so first things first, that is real loud in a way I wasn't necessarily expecting right off the bat. Let's go ahead and, hold on. Can I can't change the music. Beautiful. And I can't turn it down on my earbud there. So I'll just deal with it. No big deal. Wow, okay, I've got to take off my earplugs for that. Yeah, you probably won't be able to hear that because I'll be editing the music in post, but so here's the basics. It's got kind of a Minecrafty survival sort of vibe to it, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, you will start out by chopping down a bunch of trees. Man, I wonder if you can actually hear that sound picking up. I've got the headphones in my lap, and I realize it's probably just barely loud enough to actually show up on my microphone. So that's kind of funny to me, but hopefully that's not the case. Either way, how about I do that? Move those down over there in the corner. We can open up our inventory. Here we go. Inventory is R. Oh, wow. I started with a diamondite bar. That's actually pretty incredible. But so we have our little crafting screen here, our inventory screen at large. We can do, well, no, we don't want to do that. We want to right click and have our stacks here. So what we can do is we do shift click and it makes a new thing. So there's an axe handle, I think. Nope, that's not how you make a sword handle. Let's do shift click there. That's another axe handle. That's not what I wanted to do either. There we go. Pick handle. Wood pick handle. No. Unstrung bow. Hold on a second. I forgot my recipes. I'm trying to make a sword hilt right now. Oh, I've got to make a plank. So in order to make a plank, I'm just going to make a huge mess of my inventory. Once again, this is the second time I've played through it, so bear with me here for a second. Okay, wooden plank, wooden stick, sword hilt. That's what I wanted. Jesus Christ. Okay, that took forever. But hey, we got some extra handles, so if we need another axe or a bow, maybe we'll be able to actually build that. So next step here is we want to refine this wood. So we just do like that. So we go 2 wooden planks, put those together, makes a wooden blade. There we go. Well, we have to actually combine them. And we have a wooden sword. Little complicated. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but a sound system nonetheless. Not like, you know, I can thump this in my car and get the ladies, but, you know, it's very clean. It makes sense once you get kind of the hang of it. And now I do just a little bit more damage to these guys right here, these little grumpy Gus boars. This is probably going to take like a quarter of forever to actually kill him at this current damage rate, but you know, that's just sort of how things work. Okay, we crit, that's gonna help. There we go, killed him, and we leveled up, so we got a hit point and an attack point. That's real good stuff. Pigs don't do anything, they're just sort of, you know, they give you free stuff. We can also create a pick, which I want to do because mining's a pretty big part of this game. Let's see. We want to combine you with you. That's a pick handle, and then we make another blade. Oh, there we go. And split that. And there we go. We do, oh, combine those, and now we have a wooden pick. Go fancy that. That's, you know, you put a blade on a pick handle, you get a pick. It's all very context sensitive, sure thing. Then we got coal and stone. I'll explain coal later on. And let's just chop through everything here. And yeah, so there's a lot of gathering involved. I'm going to continue to get wood and whatnot because one of the easy level 0 sort of hacks, not necessarily cheats, but definitely very much so exploitable for the long term of the game, is wood is extremely plentiful, and the more you chop of it, the more you'll be able to sell later on, and gold is a little bit of an element to the game that comes in handy, to say the least. So there we go, you get an automatic double jump right off the gate. We don't have any way to, oh, there we go, that's the correct thing. These don't actually do anything, apparently. So I was pretty shocked to discover that, because I was avoiding them for quite a while myself. And let's jump up here. Well, we don't want to waste too much time. There's a little bit of a spelunky ghost mechanic, where after a while, these guys will come and one-shot you, and you'll be real sad times. And yeah, you kind of want to avoid that by getting through the level at least at a fairly decently good rate. I'm not sure exactly what the timer is for that, but I know it's fast enough to like actually inspire concern if you're not careful. Oh my goodness, okay. So yeah, you can tell that attack stat is actually coming in handy because we're doing 1 more point of damage, 2 if we crit to this boar here. I'm employing some fairly different strats than I'm used to there to actually fight him. We're down to 4 out of 9 life, which is not good. Let's go ahead and kill these slimes. I don't want to die. I'm not ready to die. But we are potion brewer, so okay, now we can select a skill path. So I think this is attack, magic, and dexterity. I believe that's about right. So right now we're kind of focusing on attack, so that's totally fine. First things first, let's go ahead and chop this down. Next, we're going to craft some potions. So let's combine those. And so since we're a potion crafter, we get a big HP potion. Normally that would have produced 2 small potions, and then we'd have to combine those to get the big HP potion. But potion crafters may be a little broken in my opinion. That's definitely very large motivation for me to say make sure I always have potion crafter in all of my builds, unless I have some sort of build, or you know, maybe what will end up happening is I'll be good enough to not constantly be getting hit, and it will allow me to actually go, hey, why don't we try this other skill that's actually really handy for what we want to accomplish with this run. And yeah, that will be a marker of my ability to improve whenever I'm not depending on the idea that potion brewer is going to just totally save my ass constantly. Now the difference between like a light potion and a big potion, or a small potion and a big potion, is 3 hit points. So a small potion heals 2. My wooden sword is about to break. That's a little unfortunate. And then a big potion heals 5. So if you combine them, you actually get 1 hit point free, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and... I only have 1 coal. That's fine. We'll eat raw meat for now. I'm gonna poop. Watch. I think that's supposed to be like you're eating something that's making you sick and you just completely void yourself immediately. So not actually good, but... you know, we can laugh about it like grade schoolers if we want to, because I'm an adult, I can do whatever I want, you can't stop me, so figure that one out, huh? Alright, and yeah, I'm basically going to play until I die here, so if I end up getting pretty far, then this will be just a really long episode, but this will be a 20-minute series where, you know, I'll play for until about 20 minutes, and then recording sessions will be determined by how long those end up going on. Oh wow, good, everything's broken. So that means I can't do shit. Let's go ahead and... Do I have... Yes, I have enough stone. I can actually start crafting some new weapons here. So what we want to do is, first of all... there we go. Alright, 1 wooden plank, 1 wooden stick. Let's do that. We got a wooden hilt. Oh, that's not going to work. Split that up. Combine those. We have a wooden blade. Alright, that's step 1. We want this to go over here. We don't really need spider web or string necessarily. It's good stuff, but it's not what we're gonna need long term here. Let's shift click. There we go. I'm still kind of getting used to the controls here. And then we will need an axe. An axe will be really, really handy. So let's go ahead and... Now, let's do that, and that, and that. And that's an axe handle? Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. What can we drop? We have ironite bar, we have shrooms. We don't really need shrooms. We're not going to be casting magic, so let's go ahead and do that. And, well, there. And we'll refine 1 wood plank. And that's a sword hilt. What am I thinking? No. We need... I'm spending a lot of time doing this. The scourge might come and get us, but hey, we'll demonstrate something with that, huh? Now, I'm so bad. Okay, there we go. Cool. Fumbling around aside, let's go ahead and drop spider web. Alright, and then we pick up spider web, and then now we have a wooden axe. So, yeah, a lot of that was me just kind of not being used to the actual interface just yet. But that's basically kind of the thing you're going to do, and all of that time is definitely something you want to kind of maximize on, because the scourge will come and they will kill you unless you finish the level in a timely fashion. So, but we do want to keep all of our stuff upgraded and running, because there's real good stuff to be had treasure-wise, and you don't want to miss out on that, really. So let's go ahead and kill this. Oh my god, there's 3? I've seen there be 1, but this is unusual. These are bosses, or at least as close to this game as this game gets to bosses, and 3 is just completely ridiculous. That's like, I'm gonna try to beat him because this is ridiculous. I can't not try after seeing this extremely unlikely circumstance. Okay, we're killing shit. All right, we just had to get rid of the ads really quick. All right, critting is real good. And they're gonna run in the wrong direction. Okay. Looks like... Okay, we got 1 down. Alright, that's... We're gonna get 2 down. These guys aren't particularly difficult until they start summoning meteors like that. That's ultimately what could end up totally screwing you over with 3 of them, because imagine a screen filled with those giant green rocks. That would not be ideal, to say the least. Okay, at least we're like one-shotting slimes. That's a bonus here. Alright, we're gonna totally kill these things. This whole game is mouse and keyboard, by the way. I was kind of like, I want to play this on controller, and then I realized some of the things you'd have to actually pull off if you were playing with controller, and I was like, I think I'm fine. We'll get rid of that poison because we need the health more, and we're gonna lose all semblance of actual health recovery items there by accident, so let's go ahead and drop stone. We're gonna do this real quick. Alright, we got 3 big potions out of that. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and consume 1 of them. That'll refill our health to full. And some message popped up on the screen I wasn't paying attention to. So let's go ahead and look at a different environment. So, the Roar Earth Swamp. Okay. I killed a guy. That's fine. He didn't really have so much of a death animation as he just sort of evaporated, so that's fine too. Okay, so, man, I really wish... I don't have enough coal to actually show you that, what you're supposed to do with it, because you can start a fire and then cook the food on it, and it's a lot more effective, yada yada, it's real good stuff. Not anything you'd probably be unfamiliar with, once again, playing these sort of survival games. Let's see, Finn the Leatherworker, not really interested. Let's go to this guy. So, our real focus here is, let me see, we have pelts, we have quite a bit of monster hide, but we really want ironite for armor and stuff. So, I'm debating here how I want to actually pull this off. Let me go ahead and what we're going to do is go here. Now we have a crafting section, and this is another pretty major mechanic. So we can refine this stuff. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this bow because it's just taking up space. Let's go. We need to interact with him. Unstrung bow needs to go over here. Okay, we sold that. Spiderweb. Spiderweb's still handy because we need that to make a net. Well, you know what? That's all for magic stuff. We don't need that. Monster bone, almost kind of the same thing. I'm thinking monster pelt. Monster pelt, we can sell that. Raw chicken, we can sell that. Vial of poison. Not sure about the vial of poison. I'm going to experiment really quick, see what happens whenever I throw it. Or use it. Ah, okay. So I had one, I threw it, it stayed in my hand, and then when I tried to use it again, it disappeared. So, by the way, this is in early access. It's in like a really far progressed sort of beta, but it is still very much so beta. So, you know, buyer beware, all that. It is still a very complete game, and there's a lot of content to explore here, but, you know, some people aren't into that. Some people just don't like to have fun, and that's fine too. So, it's maybe kind of an unnecessary way of putting that, but still. Alright, so first things first, how much monster hide do we actually get out of... We're going to have exactly 3, but we won't have enough to, like, refine with ironite or stone to actually make anything super useful. So I'm just going to split this in half, and we're going to make some refined leather, and then we go here, and this will demonstrate how this works. We can put 1, 2, 3 here, and that's not going to do anything because I fucked it up. Okay, hold on. It has to be refined leather and actually to make anything out of it. And we're just going to ignore that for now because we don't have enough materials to actually do that. So let's go ahead and sell this and get it out of our inventory. And yeah, is there anything we want to buy? We have arrows, we have bones. Bones you can make equipment out of like any other material. You make a refined bar out of it basically and then go from there. Actually, let's we can go ahead and demonstrate this. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to make a bar. Is that right? Or no, that's going to make a blade. That's what I meant to say. So, and then with that, we can go ahead and... What is our durability is good on all of these. Actually, our sword's about to go. So, we have just enough. We can go ahead and make a bone sword. And we do that by... Let's put 1 there. Shift click. Is that... Come on, you. Oh, no, it's got to be refined. Okay, let's combine that. And... There we go. Bone blade. Durability 60, attack 4, that's attack 4. So they have the same attack, this one's a little bit more durable, which doesn't make entirely a whole lot of sense. But, you know, totally works, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get out of here. So, okay, now we're in a swamp. Swamp has different dangers and different environs, and we need to be aware of that, because I've never played in a swamp before. My stone sword's about to break. Yep, I've already made this observation. Let's go ahead and go down here. That guy kind of scares the crap out of me. Let's see what his deal is. He's just going to fire at me from a range and take a few hits. That's fine. Cool. So, as you can see, this is kind of the lay of the land here. This is how the game works. Everything else is kind of derivative of this. So, of course, it is a roguelike side-scrolling action platformer. Procedurally generated Death Labyrinth survival game with crafting, and yeah, and it's basically awesome. So there, I died. They're just gonna push my lifeless corpse around. And then here's the last and most interesting part of this to me is this sort of score and treasure system. So you get this. This is everything that you did, and then you saw how there was always this 20% chance of things that are happening. This is where we find out if that 20% actually comes to fruition. So let's go ahead and open up our treasure chest. Hey, we got an Orclops. All right, that's a new race to play. We got 500 points for what it's worth. We got a Tiki Mask. That's awesome. We got a Minor Cap. That's really awesome. And a Dwelf. So we just unlocked a lot. Let's go ahead and look at that really quick. So, Orclops starts with Bone Sword, Bone Pick. Gargantuan brutes were driven underground from their mountainous homelands. Although not very intelligent, these barbarians hold incredible might and power, which allowed them aggressively expand Deep Haven. So, HP -1, attack +2, or attack +2. So they do a lot of damage. They start with some items, and apparently they have some kind of limitations with crafting. I'm not really sure. A Dwelf, which is clearly some sort of dark elf. After your first skill in a playthrough, acquiring your first skill in a playthrough, I got a skill? I don't know what that means, to be totally honest. I'm a little confused. The Agile Dwelves are a race of peace and harmony, but don't be fooled. When they are threatened, they are unmatched with bows and deadly magic. Dwelves aim to forge the great Grand Alliance plays, blah, 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 to defeat the Scourge. So HP -1, Dex +4. So rush to bows, basically. We got a Crusader. We don't have any of those yet. Now let's see what our masks are. Well, you know, variants. Actually, we might... Well, for the first actual episode, we'll try one more time with the Peon and then go from there. Stolen from a rabid tiki tribe's magical mask is said to be cursed with mysterious properties. Upon arriving in a new district, you have a 50% chance of gaining a 3 HP or losing 1 HP. That's interesting. I guess that's fine. The Miner's Cap, wearer has a 25% chance of yielding another ore when hitting an ore deposit with a pick. I like that. So, especially whenever you're crafting armor and all that other good stuff, that seems really useful. Big Eater, defensive, 2 hit points, 2 defense, -1 attack. Hunger Cap is doubled. That's alright, I guess. I don't really care for that. Intelligent, no. Gatherer, collect twice as many ingredients when gathering. Yeah, you know what? Let's stick with that. Well, no, we don't want magic. That's the problem. 2 hit points. Crafts big potions with only basic ingredients. Well, alright then. I guess so. So, yeah, stay tuned. This will be the screen you see whenever you see the first episode, the first official episode that is not an intro, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have fun.